Must go faster. Must go faster. I don't know, I need something to segue into this. Hey guys, what's up? It's BigJackFilms here, and welcome to this another live stream. It's been a while since I've done one of these, especially because I've been super busy, essentially working on stuff. Hey, Indo Dinosaur 101 Brewery. How you doing? So yeah, things have been very, very busy on the channel lately. As you guys have seen, I've been posting a fuckload of videos lately, and there are more to come. I've got a lot of videos I've been working on, and they should be coming out in the next week. I've got a lot of old school reviews that I used to do back in 2012 that are going to be put on the channel, so if the quality's terrible, I apologize. Hi, Gavin. Hi, War Guy Films. But yeah, so it's going to be a lot of old videos coming in. I've got some more calm behind the scenes videos coming in. I've got some, trying to think what else is happening. You know, I've got a, probably a new Kong review coming out this Friday, so you guys can look forward to that as you guys saw the trailer. The next Jurassic Park Legacy reviews on the toys, I'm about halfway done through editing. So that should be out by the following week. I'm not too sure. But yeah, just things are going pretty good. It's good to be back in the game, posting videos again. And yeah, just prepping for a lot of stuff. It's funny because like I've been spending the last few days just hanging with friends, and like we've been up all night like playing video games and stuff. My buddy Josh, I want to say congratulations because he just beat Ninja Gaiden on NES. He did a whole live stream about it. And me and him have actually considered talking about doing a review of the Ninja Gaiden NES games. I figured he could take the reins on that, and he said he might put it on the channel, which would be great. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, good to be back. Glad to finally start posting more videos out for you guys. There's more to come. I'm trying to catch up, essentially, on stuff. And hopefully things turn out for the best and everything. So, got a nice 2-liter Pepsi here because why not? Because I'm tired. I need more caffeine in my life. And yeah, so we're gonna start answering questions. Okay, the first one Gavin has. Gavin has a really interesting question, and this is something I'm gonna do an actual video on. But what was that special you had on TV? If you guys have been seeing my social media feed, I've been posting about a certain television series that just aired the episode about me. And it basically, I couldn't talk about it while we were in production because I was under a non-disclosure agreement. But yeah, I was on television. I was on a TV series called Employable Me. I'll probably put a link into the description, into the episode down below this thing after this live stream's done for those who want to catch up on this. But Employable Me is essentially a show that got me a job in the film business, and that's what I've been working on a lot lately is trying to get more of myself into the film business, and I'm working at a prop department store and working on a couple of side film projects, and as well as you know, it's freelance work, so they call me in when they need me. It's a good paycheck, and I'm able to be on the movie sets making movies. Now, what's cool about these guys I'm working with, their resume is pretty good. They worked on Pacific Rim. They worked on Suicide Squad, surprisingly. They helped build a lot of props and set decorations for that. So I'm in the right place, and that's essentially what's going to be happening. But I will be doing, Gavin, a video about the experience on the show, and I will be linking episodes to it and everything like that. I also have a couple of behind-the-scenes vlog stuff that I did when they were shooting here. So look forward to that. That's what's been happening. Yep, I missed you guys too. Thanks, Cynthia. That was really appreciated. I love how your name Cynthia reminds me of the doll Angelica had on Rugrats. And actually, speaking of Rugrats, if you guys go to the channel and check out our videos, Bradley posted a episode of Rugrats Search for Raptor on PS1, one of my favorite PS1 games. You can check out his review there. Wait, do you like DC, Jack? DC Comics? Yes. Well, it's kind of weird because at this point with the whole DC thing right now, DC's a fucking mess. It's a fucking mess because they don't know what the hell to do, and they've got like several different, essentially, franchises going on. Their movies are a mess. Their shows are a mess. Their streaming service is a mess. Really? Can I be honest? The only thing I give a shit about in terms of DC is Batman. I've been a Batman fan since I was a kid, and I fucking love it. So, Yeah, if it has anything to do with Batman, I'll watch it. If it has Batman in it, it's not. I mean, Gotham's an exception because I mean, I'd like it as kind of essentially Smallville, but with Batman. I'm hoping at some point he gets in the fucking costume. I mean, even Titans, I'm tempted to check out just for Batman, essentially. And I know the costume's terrible, but I don't care. Like, it's Batman. What other Batman stuff do I like? I like anything Batman. Even the Joker movie, I'm really looking forward to. And yes, I have seen the photos of Joaquin Phoenix, and I'm actually really excited. And I'm seeing a lot of stuff dealing with Wayne. Now, I know Thomas Wayne is in the movie, but I really want to see Batman at some point. If it has Batman, I'm interested. So, Huey Two More says, honestly, DC Comics are doing just fine. If you want to blame anyone, blame Warner. And that's what I'm saying. With Warner Brothers, they're the ones that are fucking up, especially with the movies. And here's what I would suggest they do. The DC movie universe is in such a fucking wreck right now that honestly, DC's just putting in money that is not going to pay off at the end. My advice to DC is to just throw in the towel. Throw in the towel for at least 10 years. Let things kind of die down a bit, and then maybe pick up doing movies then. But even then, if you're going to do more movies, just focus on those characters. Don't care about fuck the continuity. Just make movies about these characters. And then maybe think about figuring out how to make them all in continuity later. So just focus on them. So like, yeah, focus just on Batman. Focus just on Superman. Focus just on Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Green Lantern. Don't try to connect everything. Save all that when you have everything established. Is all I will say about the DC stuff right now. Inuyasha Dinosaur 101 says, what are your thoughts on the Walking with Dinosaurs TV series? The original BBC series? I fucking love it. It's one of my favorite dinosaur documentaries. I remember I actually watched that when it aired on prime time on the Discovery Channel, because when we were in the States, we didn't have BBC. We only had basic cable, so I had the Discovery Channel, and I remember seeing that all when it premiered and all the commercial breaks. It was fantastic. I love the whole Allosaurus, Big Al Walking with Dinosaurs special. I think that's a great story. I didn't see Walking with Beasts, and I didn't see Walking with Monsters. I didn't see anything. All the other spin-offs I didn't see. So, I didn't see the movie. I heard the movie was fucking garbage. The only thing I saw that was actually on par with the series was the live show, the live arena show that Creatures did. That was fantastic. And if they come back, I might have to check it out again, because it's a really great show. And I'm glad that Creatures, because of that show, has now become an established special effects company. Let's see what other. Yeah, I'm actually kind of wanting to see what they do with the characters in Suicide Squad as well, Claire. That'd be fantastic. Do you think the Lion King remake coming next year will be both the adaptation of the original animated film and the Broadway adaptation of the anime, like the remake of Beauty and the Beast? Okay, the thing is with Lion King, I should point this out. I am going to probably be reviewing that film next year. But I want to actually first, I'm going to just give this a heads up, as the second half of the season for 2019, for season 4, I actually will be taking on Disney's The Lion King, the original movie. It's one of my favorite Disney films, and I think it's about time I start delving a bit more into Disney. So I'm going to do a review of it, but what's cool is I'm actually going to film all my segments at the Toronto Zoo next to the Lion's Den, which I think would be really interesting. We have kind of a little kind of paragraphed kind of review of it, but I do want to turn it into a full-fledged script. So at some point, I will be reviewing The Lion King next year. Yeah. The Beauty and the Beast Huey. The Beauty and the Beast remake was a piece of fucking shit. Fuck that movie, and I knew it was going to be crap from the get-go because this is the same people who wrote fucking Twilight. So fuck that, and just on top of that, they butchered it. It was fucking garbage. I'm sorry. I love the joke that you made during the Legends of King Kong review. Which one, movie critic? I've seen you popped up a little bit lately. What would you like to see a horror movie where the Prometheus not too sure what that is, Screaming Joker Productions. What were your thoughts on the script for my fan film so far? I still trying to remember. I've only seen read bits and pieces of it. Inuyasha Dinosaur 101, but from what I've seen, it looks okay. I'd see it more as a fan fiction on fanfiction.net. But I'm curious to see what you do with it. I'm also looking forward to your Kong remake as well. So, or actually, no, that's other guy's Kong remake. I've got. Let me put this out. I've gotten so many people telling me that, like, I've been so inspirational to them to making their own Kong remakes. So I'm actually curious to see what other people have in mind. Let's see. Jack reviewed the Lion King video terminated. I wouldn't be surprised though. It's a See, like, I think I'll be okay. I'm pretty good with my reviews. Essentially, I'm pretty good with that kind of stuff. Hugh Tumor says the Cinderella and Jungle Book remakes were awesome. I didn't see the Jungle Book. I heard mixed things about Cinderella. I hate to say it, Huey. I haven't watched it yet, but the reason I don't want to is because I felt the casting of Lady Tremaine was very miscast. Cate Blanchett plays the role of the wicked stepmother. Now, the stepmother in the original Cinderella is my favorite Disney villain. I love Frollo, I love Scar, but Lady Tremaine's just the epitome of animated cunt bags. Forgive my language. But regardless, the thing is that I was wondering who they were going to cast at the time. And they cast Cate Blanchett. Now, Cate Blanchett, I think, is a phenomenal actress. She's great in everything. Lord of the Rings, Benjamin Button. She's a Robin Hood. She was a great Maid Marian. Really good actress. I just didn't see her as playing a villain, and it was the equivalent of how people felt about Jack Black being cast in Kong 05, is that I felt it was completely miscast. You know who would have done an amazing job playing Lady Tremaine, the stepmother in Cinderella, Huey? Lena Headey. If you watch Game of Thrones, she would nail it. And that's the only thing I would have changed. Aside from that, I hear it's a decent movie. But yeah, I haven't seen Jungle Book, but I've heard great things about it. Let's see here. Yes, Huey, I am looking forward to your remake when that comes out. John Samora has asked, do you collect figures? Yes, I collect a lot of action figures and toys. You will see an episode on that when I review the Jurassic Park toys coming soon. And there should be a preview for that, guys, next week, so look forward to that. I'm actually starting to put trailers out for my episodes just to keep you guys a little bit more excited and keep you guys coming to the site, which is fantastic. Let's see. Do you know the history of the Emperor's New Groove? Yamaza did an amazing video on it. Or Yamaza is an amazing one. I've only seen that movie once, and I thought it was okay. It was kind of the last really okay movie of the Disney Renaissance at the time. My dude, do you think it's unfair that I'm getting an actual actor for my Kong fan film? I'm actually getting my cousin to play it, but she was in an actual movie. That's great, Eric. More power to you. I'm looking. You're doing a Kong movie too? Jesus Christ, everybody's doing one now. It's great to get. At this point, there should be a King Kong fan film festival, which would be fantastic. BigJackFilms, do you think you would travel to Monster Island like you did with Skull Island? If this is leading to me reviewing Godzilla, probably, I don't know yet. I'll have to see what I do there. They're essentially the same island, except one has larger animals, essentially. Let's see. P.S. My name is John, so Mars. Okay. Thoughts on the King Kong porno films? You want to know what I think about the two Kong porno films? Tune in for Valentine's Day. There'll be something there for you guys. Let's see. Yep, no problem, Eric. Would you like to? Okay, that question's a bit out of the way. The Indo Raptor was awesome. I will point this out in my Fallen Kingdom review. I feel like the Indo Raptor was completely missed opportunity. And the reason I say that is because there's nothing special about the Indo Raptor except it's just a bigger raptor. And it's not even like the Indominus Rex or can camouflage. You know what would have been great? I mean, the whole twist at the end of that film with the little girl, I feel like they should have kept that for the Indo Raptor. What they should have done is made it where they say in the auction scene, something interesting you might know, ladies and gentlemen. The reason it is able to follow human commands is because we spliced it with human DNA. That would have been a much better jaw-dropping twist if they explained that the Indoraptor had human DNA, and that's why it's able to follow human commands a little better. That would have at least made it interesting, you know. But no, they kind of just pussed out and made it just a big raptor. It's the equivalent of taking a guinea pig and making it like 5 times bigger. Have you seen Gods and Monsters? I can't remember what that is again. You'd have to remind me. My friend, what can I do to improv your script? Just make it your own, man. I would suggest, basically, maybe give us a bit of humor in it. If it's a little too dark, maybe add 1 or 2 jokes. That's what Carl Godley did with Jaws. And really, just if anything, know what I really like with fan fiction and these kind of stories is when they try to splice it into the continuity of these franchises. So, Inuyasha Dinosaur 101, try to put it into the continuity. Hi, Nick Jackson! If you guys want to go check out his channel, he just did a review of The Terminator a few minutes ago. James Whale's biopic. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Just because it didn't have human DNA, really, you're letting that little peeve ruin it for you? It's not that it's ruined. I'm just disappointed with that aspect of the film, is that I wish there was something more to that creature than just, you know, it's a big fucking raptor with some Indominus DNA. Like, fuck, that thing doesn't even camouflage. Like, the only thing that's good about it is that it's intelligent. But it's as intelligent as Bugs Bunny, is how I would put it. It's as intelligent as Bugs Bunny, essentially. But yeah, I really wish it had some form of kind of other DNA in it. Like, if it had human DNA, that would have been interesting. And I will bring that up in my review, like the whole human DNA aspect, and especially with the human cloning part, because it's funny, because as I was writing the early drafts of the script for the Fallen Kingdom review, it's almost done, by the way, I saw a 60 Minutes story. I watched 60 Minutes. It's a decent news report show. If you want to educate yourself, guys, go watch 60 Minutes every Sunday at like 7 or 8. But they did a whole conversation of the fact that this guy had taken a polo horse and cloned it 15 times successfully. So they're able to clone horses. So apparently these shady business guys had actually come up to him and said, is it possible to clone humans? The guy said yes, and then they said, we will give you this amount of money if you can clone a human, and the guy said no. Because he realized that if that kind of power falls into the wrong hands, that could be disastrous for our planet. And I do want to touch upon that within the review. So that's something I just want to point out, is that, like, the whole aspect of human cloning, the fact that it actually is a reality now, and I've got a phone ringing. Hang on a sec. I hope somebody can fucking answer that. Parents will probably answer it. Give it a sec, guys.
1, 5, 8, 7, 3, 3, 5.
Anyway, so the whole human cloning thing, because that's a reality now, and the fact that the movie kind of addresses that, I want to see, like, I felt like they could have done so much more with it. And, you know, like, most people think, oh, the whole human dino thing is fucking stupid. Well, that's because of the stupid concept art from the original ideas for the 4th movie. But if you find a way to still make it a dinosaur, but it has just say it has human DNA, maybe it has human eyes. At least that's something. So that's what I would say in terms of that. That's why I have to point out, the Indoraptor, I felt, was a complete waste. It was a waste of time. It was intimidating. It looked good, but it could have been better, is all I'm saying. All right, let's see what other questions we have here. I did make my own twist. Oh, hold up. I did make my own twist with my first Kong fanfic. Is Kong staying on the island after Gaw was killed and Anne sees him one last time? That's actually really cute. That'd be cool to read that. Let's see. BigJackFilms, I need help with my script for my King Kong, but I got 10 pages, but what I got going is a perfect design. How many pages are, like, how far into the script are you, Moan King? Like, how much of the story have you told, essentially? Like, how much of the story between, like, out of 100%, how much have you told? How many King Kong films are there? There's a lot, movie critic. There's a lot out there. There's, like, I mean, I still got a few more episodes to pack through this shit, so look forward to that. Who would you get to replace Bill Paxton in a sequel to Twister if they made it? I would like to actually. Oh, that's an interesting. I can come up with a story right now. Get Helen Hunt back, and then get somebody else to be basically their son, and say that the dad died in a Twister. Maybe he went mad, and because you know, like the whole thing in the movie Twister, where he's trying to be one with the storm, he can predict when it happens. Like him and the Twister have a psychic connection. Focus on that. Like maybe that drove him to basically end up dying. And that's what I would do with the sequel to Twister. It's just basically make it where it's about Helen Hunt and his son chasing Twisters. You know, that'd be interesting. Who would win? King Kong and the Indominus Rex? I'd still go with Kong. Screaming Joker asses, Ray and Mary Sue. Okay, in terms of the Star Wars, the new series of films, I think Ray's just okay. Do I feel like they kind of fucked up her origin? Yeah, like I would have, like, or you know what? Not really. I'm really hoping they figure everything out by episode 9. But I at least want to see if she's like. I think the better option would be like, here's my idea for episode 9. I'll just put this out there. So, what Kylo Ren said about her parents being nothing is a fucking lie. If anything, they were adoptive parents. My idea is what a lot of people think. Like, most people think, oh, she's the spawn of Palpatine. She's the spawn of Kenobi. She's the spawn of this and that. Here's my idea, is that this is what some people have come up with. She is a virgin of the Force, much like Anakin is. But here's what I think the last film should be about. It should be a battle between inheritance and destiny. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, Ben Solo, Kylo Ren, is essentially the descendant of Anakin Skywalker. He is the last of the Skywalkers to obtain powers of the Force. So in essence, he's been struggling his whole life to obtain his father's and to obtain his grandfather's bloodline, his destiny. He wants to be his grandfather. He wants to inherit that power that his grandfather left behind as the chosen one, as the most powerful force wielder in the universe. Whereas Rey, well, Kylo Ren might be the descendant of Darth Vader. Rey is actually the reincarnation of Vader. And that leaves sort of a shift because, you know, that's why I think Kylo Ren would be wanting to kill her, is because, no, I don't care if you're the reincarnation of my grandfather. It's my destiny to have that bloodline, not yours. So, basically, the whole thing is, too, this is the other concept I have, is that what is the premise of Anakin, of the story, the first 6 films of Star Wars, is that Anakin will bring balance to the Force and destroy the Sith. He did destroy the Sith, meeting himself and the Emperor. Now, did he bring balance to the Force? I don't think so. Like Luke said, there's powerful light, powerful darkness, and they gotta be balanced. So, my idea is that in order to bring balance to the Force, Anakin basically split his spirit, his soul, his essence, his being, into 2 separate other beings. He gave the light side of his spirit to Rey and the dark side to Kylo. And only by them working together can they truly bring balance to the Force. Now, how would they go about doing that? Well, everybody thinks Snoke was completely wasted. I have the idea that Snoke isn't really dead. He basically became a giant dark side black hole. Because you obviously can't do the Death Star again, because that'd be just too much. So have something a bit more, something a little more powerful than a Death Star. Something that's a little bit harder to kill, harder to destroy. My idea is that he basically, you know how like J.J. Abrams made the fucking black cloud thing from Lost. Take that, make it a dark side essence, but also maybe a black hole. And it basically, instead of destroying planets, it absorbs them and becomes more powerful or something like that. And obviously you'd want to have your Jedi Sith battle, your lightsabers and so on, because that sells tickets. But have the final battle, make it like a Dragon Ball like power struggle in Dragon Ball, where they're shooting like this energy and pushing it against each other, right? But have it where like it's Rey and Kylo using the dark and light side of the Force to basically push the giant Snoke like dark side thing back, essentially destroying it. And maybe like at the end you have the spirits of the Force helping them. It's essentially like Kylo and Rey creating a giant spirit bomb, like in Dragon Ball Z. By the end of it, Snoke's destroyed, the galaxy's safe, everything's back to normal, and we end it with both Kylo and Rey turning over to the Force Ghost that basically gave their final strength to save the universe. And you see the ghosts of Obi-Wan, Yoda, fuck it, put Qui-Gon in there. You see Luke, you see Han, you see Leia, and they're all leaving. And the last two you see, well, the one last one you do see is Anakin. But as he turns, he has Padme with him, and in only a few frames, you know it's Padme, but you know that everything's right. They're back together. Everything's secure. Everything's great. Galaxy saved. And then that would be the final Star Wars movie. That's what I would focus on. Make it more about destiny and inheritance or descendancy. And then make it the last one. That's what I would do. I might do a let's talk on it about discussing what I want to do with the final film. But I want to know what you guys think about that. But anyway, long ass rant about that. Let's see what other questions we have here. What are your thoughts if a King Kong Tarzan crossover movie is made? I know it's been done in like comics and books and everything, and like there's been that. I know that was planned to do a Tarzan meets Mighty Joe Young at some point. That'd be interesting. I'd be up for that at some point. Tarzan King Kong movie, that'd be great. Hey Jack, do you have Kong on VHS? Yes, I have several copies of King Kong on VHS, and at some point I will be doing an episode on basically discussing the video formats of Kong. RoboCop Returns. Is that going to be like a sequel or something, Huey? Well, after that, I guess you got to do RoboCop Forever, RoboCop and I guess his sidekick. Then you do RoboCop Begins, the cybernetic law rises, and then you do RoboCop versus Terminator Dawn of Machines. There, I just made a long-ass Batman reference joke. If you were in charge of making Son of Kong, how would you have it handled? The Peter Jackson version? I would just make it one movie. I wouldn't try to split it into two and make it a trilogy, which everything does. I would actually just make it one movie. And I would make it a solid adaptation of the original. Is what I would do. Question, why did today interfere with the Kylo rant? Because he had shown he can use lightning physical world. Why doesn't he just go to Kylo and blow up? I don't know. What are your thoughts on Neil Blomkamp directing a sequel to the original RoboCop, ignoring 2 and 3? Is that actually happening, Huey? Bear in mind, I have not... y'all gonna hate me. I've never seen RoboCop in its entirety. I've seen bits of it, I've seen most of it, but I have never watched RoboCop in its entirety. And I haven't seen the sequels, and I haven't seen the remake. I might do it as a opening night. If you guys want me to do it as an opening night where I've never seen RoboCop, I might do that with Bradley. That'd actually be a good idea, as to do RoboCop. But yeah, I might take a look at that at some point. Let's see here. Jack, I've told most of the story on the ship that they're getting the beginning of the Jurassic. Of the idea, but I don't know if they're good enough. Just make sure it doesn't drag, Mode King. Just make sure the whole ship voyage doesn't drag. If you want to explain some, that'd be great. But really try to cut it down if you can. Don't make it too long. See, me, I had the right timing. with me and the original, we struck it down where we don't hit Skull Island until the 20-minute mark, essentially. Have you seen Battlestar Galactica? No, I have not seen Battlestar Galactica. I haven't seen the movie. I haven't seen the show. I know there was an attraction at Universal Studios thanks to Spazmaster's review of the Universal Retro retrospective, but that's about it. I have something better that I'm working on the new King Kong fan film. I'm trying to continue J.R.R. Tolkien's sequel to Lord of the Rings that, Oh, Screaming Joker, are you doing, like, the Book of Lost Tales? Dude, I'd be up for that. Like, the thing is, like, actually, I'll bring this up. I've been on a huge Lord of the Rings kick lately. I just went to an event by a group called Cause Party. You guys should look them up, Cause Party. They do a lot of Renaissance-themed cosplay events. I was invited down to a Lord of the Rings barbecue party celebrating the birthday of Bilbo and Frodo Baggins, and everybody was in costume. I actually came in my Saruman cosplay, and I had a great time. It was absolutely fantastic. I'm going to go to more of those. And actually, speaking of Lord of the Rings, I've been building all the costumes and props for me and the guys to do a whole fellowship group. And one of the things I'm prepping to do is do DIYs on how to build certain props from Lord of the Rings. So I'm planning to do a DIY series on how to build cosplay props and everything. And the first episode will focus on building Saruman's staff for under $10. Yeah, under $10. So at that point, look forward to that. I'll be definitely doing a DIY on how to build Saruman's staff. Why not start a new series on your channel, first time viewing, where you semi-unscripted reviews after you see films you've never seen? What, you mean like first viewings by Channel Awesome? I'm all good. I'll probably just do it as an opening night. Were you into Pokemon? That's a great question. Ned has a great question. So, at the time Pokemon became the biggest fucking thing in the universe about 20 years ago, I was the proper age to get into that. And I didn't get into it. I was not suckered into buying all that shit. I'll be honest, like, I'm not the biggest fan of the collect them all genre of anime, as I call it. The collect them all genre that includes Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Beyblade, Bakugan, whatever. It's all this shit where you have to buy everything. So when it comes to Pokemon, my sister was more into the cards. I thought the show was okay. I didn't watch much of it. I did see the original 3 movies in theaters, and I thought they were fun because I wanted to see anime on the big screen. That's really all I wanted to see it for. But Pokemon is just kind of meh. You know what? Out of all the collect them all animes that I enjoy, I like Yu-Gi-Oh! The original series, but like everything else I don't care because it fucking sucks. I just prefer the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series with Yugi, the Pharaoh, and all the Egyptian stuff. That was fucking great. But everything else after that, like GX and all shit, I don't fucking care. Like, just, that was too much for me, really. Oh, I'm sorry, Huey. No. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not saying Digimon is bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all. It's just not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. Like, I'm just not interested in Digimon. I never was interested. But, like, for fans that are into Digimon, go right ahead, Huey. I guarantee you'll probably write something really fantastic. Eric says, would you go to G-Fest again? Yes. I am planning to go back next year, hopefully. And hopefully sell some stuff, which would be good. Let's see. Holy crap, questions are going by like crazy. Are you looking forward to the new Halloween movie that will be produced by John Carpenter? You know, funny you mentioned that, Huey. I was planning to go to the world premiere of that film at the Toronto International Film Festival. And they had all the cast there and everything. And I decided not to. Because I just kind of like... I just kind of had other things to do, really. I wish I did. I will definitely check it out when it comes to theaters. It will be essentially my first Halloween movie in theaters. But, yeah, just, like, I'm looking forward to that. That actually looks pretty exciting. What's up, Jack? What's your favorite Star Wars film, Return of the Jedi? I like the original Star Wars. Original 1977 uncut version is my personal favorite. Would you like to see a Jaws movie where a Quint-like character is the lead and maybe get Daniel Craig and it would be in, would you call it Jaws 5? What's your idea for a talk? I will be doing a Let's Talk at some point about Jaws 5, what I would want to do with that, with how to revive the franchise, essentially, and only make it one movie. Yeah, I've seen the trailer for Halloween. It looks good. It looks good, Drake. Do you like I've never watched The Office. I've heard funny things about it, but it feels like very dry humor to me. Let's see. What celebrity actors would you like to see in a Godzilla movie or Kong movie? One, I would definitely get some of what's left of the original Toho actors. I would like to see more stuff take place in Japan. With the legendary Godzilla universe. I'm really hoping there's something in Japan in the next movie, because you can't do Godzilla without Japan. It really cannot be done. Have you seen Dune or Flash Gordon? Dune I've never seen, but I've been wanting to see Flash Gordon for a while. I'm just waiting to obtain a DVD copy, because that movie looks fantastic. It's Dino De Laurentiis. It's his take on Star Wars. Amazing song by Queen. You know, Flash! Ah! Love that shit. And also, heads up, if the Flash movie, the trailer for the Flash movie, does not obtain the theme song by Queen, at least to set up the trailer, that's going to be a major misstep on the studio's part, because I think like putting Flash and Queen in there would be fan-fucking-tastic, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm just checking my fucking message boards, because I got a lot of email. But yeah, so from my perspective, yeah, like the Flash movie should have at least the trailer should have the song by Queen. Have you ever watched the movies Ted or Ted 2? I haven't seen Ted 2, but look forward to a classic review of Ted coming out in a few weeks. That should be out soon. And that'll be a review I did back in 2012 when the movie came out. Say, Big Jack Films, no matter what, dude, I'll always respect your opinions, man. Thank you so much, Nintendo fan. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Worst anime you've ever seen? Okay, this one I would say is bad, but I don't know if it counts as an anime. Okay, back years ago, early days of YouTube, I used to be a fan of a guy called Gozar. If you guys don't know who Gozar is, he used to do one of the very first, essentially, fan-dub abridged series on Dragon Ball. And the show he did was called Alternate Reality Dragon Ball Z. I went back and watched a few episodes. It kind of hasn't held up that well, but back in the day when I was in high school, I fucking loved it. It was fucking hilarious. And I used to watch a lot of whatever Gozar put out. So him and his girlfriend at the time, Majin Bulgita, they used to do a podcast where they do commentaries on certain animes. And two that they watched. Oh dear. Two that they watched were these almost fan-animated hentai flicks. My fans, please do not look this up. It is fucking garbage. It's called Sailor and the Seven Balls. It's the worst. It's one of the worst. It's probably the worst anime I've ever seen. I don't even count it. It's fucking garbage. And I only watched it because of fucking Gozar's podcast. I remember just being shocked of how god-awful it was. I have never seen it since. That was almost 10 years ago, and I've refused to go back. Piece of shit. Like, that was fucking... it was fucked up. So, no, just fuck that piece of shit. And if you can find out, if anybody can let me know what the hell happened to Gozar, let me know in the comments, because I used to watch a lot of his shit. Shrek the Third is the worst anime. Shrek the Third is the worst fucking Shrek movie, that's for damn sure. And you know what, I'll be honest. No, Huey, you're gonna hate me. I've lost all interest in Shrek. I actually hate it. I hate Shrek. the internet ruined it. The internet completely ruined Shrek for me. But even then, I even didn't like I kind of had a bit of a dislike to it even when the movies were coming out. One, they're mean-spirited. Two, the animation has actually not held up that well. And three, they kept pissing me off with their anti-climaxes. They kept pissing me off, right? Because they all end all happy-dory. You know what? Shrek the Third especially pissed me off. Shrek the Third really pissed me off. It wasn't necessarily the film itself, although I just watched CinemaSins Everything Wrong with Shrek 3, and it was fucking hilarious. That was really the only real CinemaSins I'd watched in a while. But anyway, to the point. Shrek the Third. Here you've got this ending, where Shrek's about to be killed. And all the fear. Then on this corner, I'll just do it. I'm like a fucking wrestling announcer. Hold on, it's like an announcer. In this corner, coming in to save the day and save Shrek from the evil Prince Charming and all his evil characters, are the good fairy tale creatures. And in this corner, about to kill Shrek and about to basically fight to the death with the good characters, are the evil fairy tale characters. Let's get ready to rumble. And you're thinking, oh my god. Like, I remember seeing this in the theater. And I was like, oh my god, are they actually going to, like, do this big epic battle? Like, one of my favorite cliches in animated films is the big epic battle at the end. I fucking love that. Lion King, Hunchback, Robots especially. I don't care what people think, if people think Robots is bad. I fucking love Robots. It had one of the best epic battles in animation history. To the point. You think they're all gonna fucking go at it Braveheart style? That fucking little Justin Timberlake comes down and swings down all happy going. You're thinking, Justin Timberlake, King Arthur, I swear to God, if you fucking cock block me on this goddamn back, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Comes down, and he's like, who wants to settle things this way? And you know how like all the evil characters and everybody's kind of raising their hands? I was in the theater, and I was raising my hand like so high up, like, please, DreamWorks, for the love of Christ, do not cock block me on this fucking battle. I want to see carnage and mayhem. I want to see this fight with all these fairy tale creatures. And then fucking Arthur says, let's all get along. And I'm like, you fucking Barney piece of shit. No, you ruined it. Like, I wanted to see fucking fairy tales and Shrek punching and this amazing battle and everything. I want to see charming dual Arthur at least. Like, imagine if Arthur pulled out fucking Excalibur and they started going at it. Would have been amazing. And they fucked it up. And that's where I was like, I remember walking out of that movie so infuriated. I was like, this movie sucks. Shrek the Fourth, I was just like, okay. I actually thought it was better than the last one, that's for damn sure. But everything Shrek just fucking sucks now. Because the internet just fucked him. Like, and the animation just, and you know what, I'll be honest, I'm kind of becoming a bit of an anti-DreamWorks person. I like their 2D stuff. I like the stuff they do with Aardman. I do like Kung Fu Panda. I do like How to Train Your Dragon. I do like Monsters vs. Aliens, but Shrek and it's garbage. Why are they even making a fifth one? For Christ's sakes. Why are they even making a fifth one? So that's my whole rant on Shrek. And to point out what I was going to say, I just want to bring this up. Do you guys remember the animated 2005 animated film Robots? I know a lot of people have bashed that movie. I fucking love it. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. I'll say it's the best thing Blue Sky ever made. Animation. Like, Blue Sky, the two best movies Blue Sky ever made were Robots and Ice Age 3. Reason Ice Age 3, fucking dinosaurs. That shit makes money. Love anything with dinosaurs. Great movie. But I like Robots because it's a great, just simple story. It's a simple story, just, with fucking No, it's Three Musketeers. It's Three Musketeers meets robots, essentially, or Three Musketeers meets robots meets Robin Hood, essentially. I didn't even bother with Ice Age 5. I kind of quit after 4, but anyway. But yeah, Robots is great, and that whole fucking epic battle at the end with John Powell's score, it sounded, and I listened to that. I love the soundtrack to Robots by John Powell because the score was fucking fantastic. The whole epic, the track. Look up the track called "Butt Whoopin'." That's the actual name of the track, but it's a epic piece of music that kind of you can picture a battle in your head, and I love it because with the music and everything, it reminded me of like the ending to like something like The Adventures of Robin Hood. It had that kind of vibe to it. The whole fight scene's great with all these guys going at it. You have like these little side gags which I love during the fight, like the wrestling joke and fucking Robin Williams dancing to Britney Spears is fucking hilarious. So yeah, like I love Robots. I'd love to know what you guys think. It's a great fucking movie. I might review that at some point. Just fucking love Robots. That's the whole point of it. And oh shit, did we go out? Did we go out? Hold up. I think we might have gone out for a sec. Hold on. Oh, I think we might have died. I don't know. I think we. Hold up. Sorry, my computer might be a little fuckery. So hang in there. Hi, Kaiju Psycho Films. I'm just checking my Wi-Fi, folks. Technical problems. Anyway, okay, we're back. Hopefully, I think we're done though. Yeah, the technical problems. We had a problem there. Let's see. Watching Forrest Gump. That's an okay movie. I like that movie. It's nice. Anyway, have you seen The Polar Express? Yeah. It's the only Robert Zemeckis like Christmas thing, CGI thing I liked. After that, he should have stopped. Hey Jack, could you do a review of Downfall? No. That's not merely a movie I'd be comfortable reviewing, really. I do like the memes though. All right, so we got time, I guess, for a few more questions. I'm gonna give you about 3, and after this, I gotta call it a break because I got to basically get work on the newest episode of the King Kong reviews for Friday. And also, by the way, I should point this out with a new review. We got a new voice actress coming in to portray a certain character. Fuck my laptop there. Anyway, we got a new actress coming in. We're gonna see how she does, and if she comes out really well, we're gonna probably have her on board and have her be a part of the website. So look forward to that. Anyway, last 3 questions. I like this one. Jordan Farrell asked, "Have you seen Lupin the Third: Castle on Cagliostro?" I've heard about it. I know it's a Miyazaki movie. I love Miyazaki. I haven't really watched any of Lupin the Third, but I'm tempted to. It looks interesting. It looks like something that'd be up my alley. In fact, you know what? The guy who played Solo in Solo: Star Wars Story, he'd be a good Lupin in a live action movie. He'd be really good. Second question. Let's see here. Let's pick 2 more. What's your favorite monster in the Kong films? T-Rex? Just T-Rex? And maybe the Brontosaurus, but that's about it. Alright, last question. Let's find something really good here. Give me a good question, guys, and I will pick which one is the best. Waiting. Do. One more question. Make it really good. One more question. Okay. Kaiju Psycho Films or Kaiju Network has the last question. He's got the last question. Are you concerned that Godzilla 2 is getting too crazy? I'm really all for whatever the fuck they pull. If they even pull a Final Wars, I don't care. At least it's something. Like, I don't think you can really do too much with a monster movie. So yeah, I'm still looking forward to that. That trailer is still. I'm waiting for another trailer to see what they do. I do know a few things about the production, certain monsters that show up, thanks to people who actually worked on the film who told me. And yeah, I'm still looking forward to that. So yeah, guys, I just figured I'd let you know a few updates on the channel. You're going to see a lot more videos in the next few weeks. Hopefully some more behind the scenes, some DIYs, some more rerun episodes of the classic reviews. You got a new King Kong review coming out. You got another Jurassic Park review in October. And a few more things are coming up. I'm even hoping to maybe do something Halloween related. Another thing, some of my videos, my reviews, might be going away for a little bit for me to re-edit because some of them have been manually detected by copyright, and I do want to try to make some money on those videos. So I'm gonna see if I can re-edit them where they look a little bit better and a little bit more copyrighted pass, where they get passed through the system. So if some videos end up disappearing, my apologies. I'm just going to fix them up and make them look better. Especially, I'm thinking the Suicide Squad episode I want to fix up a little bit and make it look a little better. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's more to come along the way, so leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Ring the bell if you want to get notified for later videos. As well, I'm just going to I might do a video on this later, but definitely go check out my Patreon because the YouTube algorithm while it's a little messy and I still make some money on it, I do need to start making a little bit more to make it more of a job. So if you guys want to support the channel, link below to our Patreon page. It'd be great for you guys to basically support us. And as well, I might set up Super Chat at some point because I got to get a PayPal for that. So I'll work out that stuff. And as well, there's just other stuff coming. Also, if you want to mail us, link description below. You can check out our mailing address. You can mail us stuff. And if you want, we're going to start doing that. But yeah, so until the next video, guys, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. This is BigJackFilms signing off. Have a good night.